Hello, students. This is Coach Martinez, and I'd like to read this book to you that's titled Earth Day since we've been celebrating Earth Day this week. I thought this was a really good book because it does give a description about why we celebrate Earth Day. It is published by Abdo Publishing Company, and I would like to thank them for allowing us to read this book to you. And the book is by Julie Murray. What is Earth Day? Earth Day is held on April 22nd in the United States. In other countries, it may be on another date. Earth Day honors groups working together to help the environment. Earth Day reminds people to take care of our planet. People celebrate Earth Day in schools, cities, offices, and parks. On Earth Day, people do activities to help the environment. Saving America's land. Around the early 1900s, the conservation movement began in the United States. People wanted to protect the country's natural resources. The government set aside areas for national parks. It also made laws to save animals and land. Theodore Roosevelt was a president during the early conservation movement. He helped create 5 national parks. The story of Earth Day. In 1960s, concern about the environment grew. In 1962, Silent Spring by Rachel Carson was printed. This book is about the dangers of pesticides. People began to talk about the ideas in the book. Many started thinking differently about the effects of their actions on the earth. On December 17, 1963, President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Clean Air Act. Environmental movement. By the late 1960s, many Americans wanted to protect the earth. People and animals had become sick because of poor air and water quality. Air and water pollution harm plants and animals. At the same time, scientists were understanding more. They were seeing how pollution harmed land and water. They shared their findings, and the environmental movement grew. Many people worked to raise awareness. By the 1970s, countries around the world were making laws to protect land and water. Over the years, people have celebrated Earth Day at the U.S. Capitol. Political power. Gaylord Nelson was part of the environmental movement. He was a U.S. senator. He helped pass many important laws. This included banning a pesticide called DDT. Throughout his life, Nelson helped the environment. Starting out. Nelson wanted to bring people together and educate them about conservation. He asked Dennis Hayes to help put together the very first Earth Day. Hayes was a student who was interested in helping the earth. First Earth Day. The first Earth Day took place on April 22, 1970. About 20 million people from across the United States took part. Many were students. The events on this day taught people about the importance of conservation. In New York City, New York, part of Fifth Avenue was closed for the first Earth Day. Cause and effect. The first Earth Day was important to the environmental movement. Because of it, the U.S. Congress made more laws to help the earth. One of them was the Clean Air Act of 1970. The Endangered Species Act was passed in 1973. It protects animals that are in danger of dying out. Laws have helped save gray wolves, bald eagles, and American alligators. Earth Day today. Today, Earth Day is celebrated around the world. People gather and learn about environmental problems. Students may do activities like plant trees or pick up trash. They think about planet Earth and how to care for it in the years to come. Environmental groups hold Earth Day events for kids. Being green. Today, people continue to work for the environmental movement. Some use the term green to refer to efforts to be earth-friendly. You can help in simple ways. Ride your bike or walk instead of riding in a car. plant a garden, and try not to waste water. You can help by recycling and reusing items. I hope you all enjoyed this story. If you see here are some important words. These are some vocabulary words that were found in the story. There's also a website included where you can learn more about Earth Day. You all have a great weekend.